You can hear me now?
Yeah.
When I look back about it, the good dog fights that I got into, where you really were tangling it up, were in the spring of 44. The ones afterwards, it just seemed like, you know, I crawled up behind them and shot them down. They didn't. You never knew, though, you know. Uh, but yeah, I think they were. We learned much later. Yes, that's true that there was guys with very little time in those fighters up there. So the spring of '44, of course, is the time that historians agree that we broke the back of the Lufftwaffe. And one of the stories that a lot of people don't realize about is that it was a change of policy made by the commander of the 8th Air Force at the time. When we first got over there, they said that fighters would escort the bombers in a very close manner, stay with them. They want to see you. You could, when the enemy come in, they want you to drive them away and then come back. You could follow them to 18,000 feet. You had to break it off if you hadn't shot them down, and then go back up and escort them. General Doolittle got there, and he had a different philosophy of warfare and a different background, and he decided, hey, that's not right. That's not the way to do it. And matter of fact, if you read his book, there's kind of a funny thing in there. He went down to the 8th Fighter Command and walked in there, and there was a sign over the door that said words to the effect: the mission of the 8th Fighter Command is to bring back the bombers alive, or to protect the bombers, or something like that. He said, who the hell put that up there? And Kepner says, I don't know. It was up there when I got here, and he said, well, take it down. And I'll tell you what to put up there. So the mission of the 8th Fighter Command is to destroy the Luftwaffe. And what he did, he said, from now on, you fighter pilots, stay there with the bombers and all that stuff. But when you engage the enemy, you pursue and destroy. And that changed the big picture. The spring of '44, the Luftwaffe lost so many experienced pilots that we obtained air superiority that way. And the theoretical way was that the bombers would go in and destroy the factories and destroy them on the ground. Then they'd have air superiority, then they could go after the big targets. Well, it didn't work that way. But once we got air superiority, then you could have the invasion, and they could go after deep targets with acceptable losses. And it was a significant thing, the arrival of the Mustang, Jimmy Doolittle's decision. But really, it took everything we had to win World War II. I will tell you that if no single guy, no single thing, no single policy won the war. Okay, my first kill is kind of a great story. It's a good one because it's not blood and guts. It's kind of has a funny part to it. This was in March